Bitcoin got rejected at the former support, which is turning into resistance, and so far is still following the plan that we are basically watching the scenario. So guys, I want to have a talk about this again in today's video. We are also going to have a look at this chart, which is the Bitcoin weekly time frame, and we quickly go over the signs over on whaleportal.com. But there is actually, if you have been watching the videos for the past couple of days, not much has been changed because it has been staying relatively exactly the same, because we have been saying that we could get a bounce. We do have a liquidity grab right here where Bitcoin touched the support of the falling wedge formation, which makes sense. We get a bounce, people get excited again, but like I said, I won't get excited as long as we are trading below the daily EMA ribbon. We got rejected from the daily EMA ribbon, got a small bounce up into this red box, which is the former support, and we get rejected from that, and now trading back at the support. So actually this was really expected and maybe one of the easiest predictions we've ever made, because we can also see the confirmation over on Whale Portal. We have already for quite a long time only positive funding rates. There are no negative funding rates, and with the market conditions that we are seeing right now on Bitcoin, which is basically that like we have seen this rally, but momentum is slowing down, right? We're trading below these key averages and stuff like that on a shorter term time frame, which means that on a shorter term time frame, the momentum is down. On a weekly time frame, that's not the case. So it's really, really important to know which time frame you're looking at. But we are seeing we have a massive rally where a lot of people are in disbelief. They don't believe that rally. Then the momentum is slowing down, and then everyone starts longing. So that is a perfect mix for the price just to continue to go down. And that mentality, what we are seeing right now in the markets, the majority longing, the momentum slowing down, that has to reach, or in most cases, that has to reach a certain extreme. And that can be two extremes. That can be an extreme in time, or that can be an extreme in price. So I've already talked about this, guys, that I'm expecting either like a rounded bottom right here or a massive crash, and then we can continue this uptrend. I expect one of these two scenarios, but I do expect after we set that low right here, we will continue this uptrend. I'm very confident about that. I'm very bullish on Bitcoin, but I also feel that right now in the shorter term time frame, we do need a reset, a typical bull market reset, maybe something similar as we have seen right here, where just the sentiment, where everyone starts doubting again whether that bull market is here or not, right? That is something we actually need. So that's also we have seen right here. We got that nice W formation. Here we went long. We had that nice rally in the Bitcoin price. Then here we topped. And then once we came down, here everyone was still bullish. Everyone was still bullish right here because, of course, you got quite good arguments for that too. But then we have that massive reset. We break. And then right here, everyone is scared to long. It is very difficult to long right here. People thinking like, we will still see lower levels. And then just Bitcoin just shoots back up. And a couple of days, this whole correction has just been regained. So I'm not saying that we are going to replicate something like this, but the market mindset where we go through with the mass market participants has to go through something similar. We have to go through a similar emotional path. I hope this makes sense, guys. If it doesn't make sense, just let me know in the comment section down below. But that either has to be like we come down and a lot of people, a lot of bulls, they turn bearish. A lot of bears, they think like, yes, no, we were right. We're still going to 12K. And then we have a lot of people actually that exited the market, so the weak hands are gone basically. So that's also how you basically have to see it. So when this is coming down, when we do get that reset, it just means that the ones that are not really confident in their position, they are selling, right? Which drives the price down until we have a moment where there are only confident people in the markets, like me, for example, for already years with my hodler position, right? Some part I will just not sell, and that is what is defining this bottom, because the weak hands are exiting the markets because of their lack of belief, their lack of confidence in this bull market, which is too bad, because that is basically what will make you profitable. You need this confidence. If you make a decision, you want to be in crypto, you believe 2023 is a bull market, you believe Bitcoin will do good this year, be in a position no matter what. Doesn't mean you have to put all your life savings in, no, but that's just basically how it works. You probably recognize yourself some moments that you were actually the weak hands, right? That you get scared of price action, lack of conviction, you sell something, and then actually because of that selling, and when these market participants are out of the market, you get a bottom. And that bottom functions as the new low where the next rally can take off from. So yeah, so that is a bit the market rhythmics, or the market mechanics in the emotional state, which is very important to understand. So I expect either one of these two scenarios. I expect a capitulation on time where people just get exhausted by selling, and the weak hands have already left the market, or we get a massive capitulation event. I would kind of favor this scenario. Not that I would like to see it, but I think it has a higher likelihood to play out, as Bitcoin normally works with high volatile moves, and it makes sense when we are right now in a downtrend. Like I said in previous videos as well, I still believe that we could see that wildcard scenario where the falling wedge breaks down, moves sideways, and then breaks back in that falling wedge. It's just something to watch, not saying that this is going to play out. So, signals on whaleportal.com are quite bearish. It actually just confirms the bearish scenario. We can see take a buy sell ratio coming down, but all in all, not that extreme signals, but the most clear signal, of course, is the average funding fee being already positive for such a long time. And yeah, this when you see this funding rates, which definitely is one of the highest indicators out there, this already tells me, like, yeah, the price cannot really sustain a up move. So this tells me a lot about the market sentiment, and this shows us, no, we cannot have a sustained move to the upside where we surpass previous all-time highs until this is going to change slightly. We need to see this. We need to change. We need to see some change in this chart first. So, weekly time frame, we have a declining channel right here, which has been like crazy. Like, actually, like these both channels have actually been crazy. This rising channel and the smaller declining channel. And yeah, I expect Bitcoin, just to give a little bit a expectation for the next week, I expect Bitcoin to form that low somewhere right here, and then to make another attempt to break this resistance, break out that resistance, and then eventually go to the middle of the channel, which will be a nice level for a shorter term time frame. That will be a Bitcoin price of 40 to 50,000 US dollars, depending, of course, where in time we are going to reach that. But I think that will be a likely scenario to meet definitely this year. I'm expecting Bitcoin to see these levels. So after that correction, that breakout, and once we are seeing that breakout, we are back again in new market waters, in new oceans, because right now we are in this ocean, and this structure remains valid until it isn't, right? So until we are breaking this out, we are actually still in this declining channel. But I think there's a high likelihood for Bitcoin to make another attempt right here to break out. Also, we have a really nice consolidation right below the resistance, which I also like to see. So guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this very basic but straightforward technical analysis. I hope you can also appreciate that over the past coming weeks we actually have been quite accurate. Actually, since the bull market started, since we had this low, we have been crazy accurate on the Bitcoin price predictions, and we have been predicting this move based on funding rates. We have been predicting this top, we have been predicting this low, This stop we were pretty straightforward in that we are taking profits right now and that we are transferring some of our hodl position back into stables just because we doubled right here and that we are at a cycle high. So I would say, guys, this is definitely, we have something very unique right here that we are using that really works to give us an edge. And that edge that we have that other traders basically don't have is that we understand how to use time and we understand how to use derivatives exchange data. And those two combined with the price action is actually the most powerful combination that I've ever came across with trading. And I'm trading already since 2016. I've created a trading course. I've did so many different I did so many different ways of trading. I've created so many trading strategies, but right now I'm definitely convinced that what I'm using at this specific moment is the best that I've ever used before or ever seen before in any other strategy or any other trader doing. Because if you think about, for example, William Delbert again, he also was doing kind of similar things. They didn't have derivatives exchange data back then, so he was really using time, and next to time he was using structures in the price, for example like moving averages or divergences or structures with support and resistance. But time was his most important key of his analysis, right? And I think with us, where we have time, where we look at structure, and where we can include derivatives exchange data as well, I think it makes it even more powerful. So yeah, I'm really happy with this, and I think we are also really going to outperform this bull market. A lot of other traders out there, and that is also what the game is about, right? You always have to outsmart the other one. It's a zero-sum game. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. I'm happy with that, and I hope you guys happy with that too. Okay, guys, that was it for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed it. If so, do smash up that like button. If you are new, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit the bell icon, because the videos that will be published in the future right here are going to be so important. Because one thing that we are going to focus on this channel, next to the short movements in this coming bull market from Bitcoin, next to the short-term price action, is the macro price action. And that is the whole point, because if you cannot be profitable on a macro perspective, if you cannot make the right decisions on a macro perspective, it doesn't matter how profitable you are in the short-term time frame, right? The most important thing is that you work from longer-term time frames back to shorter-term time frames. And if you, for example, right here, if you couldn't take profits here at the top or here at the top, or at least close to the top, you don't have to pick the exact top, right? If you cannot take profits close to the exact top, and you cannot re-enter close to the exact bottom, it doesn't matter what you do in between. It really doesn't matter, because if you don't understand these macro moves, you will not understand the flows of current where money is going, right? So I think the macro is definitely, that's also something that I've learned, is definitely the most important thing. The most important thing. Sometimes from a macro perspective, you can actually make a couple of trades, right? Sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here. Those are 4 actions. Sell, buy, sell, buy. With only 4 actions, guys, you would have outperformed any intraday trader right here. Most likely, of course, there are some exceptions, I'm not saying, but if you would have, like, let's say 10 Bitcoins, you would sell it right here. 10 Bitcoins would be roughly $200,000, right? And at this specific moment, then down here, that $200,000 could almost get you like 70 Bitcoin. Then that 70 Bitcoin would get you here to a multi-million portfolio, right? Which you then could sell and then re-enter right here. Those are the crazy steps. Those are the life-changing steps, and you need a lot of discipline, and you cannot remain that disciplined if you don't have that perspective, right? Imagine. I don't want to make this video too long again, but imagine your mindset at this low or at this high or at this high. and imagine the storm that you are in. It is very difficult to make rational decisions if you look at the chart on an intraday time frame. But if you really zoomed out and you look at the chart from a very macro perspective, then it's easier to say like, yeah, okay, I think right now it's time to take profits. So guys, that's going to be something that I really want to dedicate my time for this bull market, to really make everyone that is right here on the channel as profitable as possible. Do my best to convince you guys whenever it's time to take profits. And I think that is just very important, because I think the period that is following right here is going to be a very rough period for a lot of people on the planet. It's going to be a big recession, and yeah, if you don't prepare for that accordingly, you, I guess most people will just go bankrupt. So that's why the macro is so important, and that's why I'm also going to focus on the macro during this cycle. Guys, thank you all for watching. You all know, if you want to join WhaleAlerts, my private Telegram channel, join one of the exchanges down below. If you don't have an account yet over on exchange, I would highly advise to join BitGet. BitGet is a great exchange, higher volume than Bybit. You get nice additional extras when you sign up with the affiliate link down below. Of course, there are other exchanges that are good too. You can just check them all out, but that's basically the only way how you can support the channel, or actually get access to that private Telegram channel, WhaleAlerts, which right now is still available with that just being an active trader on one of these exchanges under our affiliates. We never know how that is going to be in the future, if that is going to change, if we are going to ask a monthly subscription fee, and so on. So actually the action to join is pretty damn low, if you ask me, because there are some other signal groups out there I see where they ask quite a bit of money just for that alpha information. So if you're interested in that, just check that out. If you're not, then don't. And I wish every single one of you a beautiful day today. Let me know in the comment section what you are going to do, how you are going to enjoy your day. And guys, I'll see every single one of you in the next video.